this video how simple or challenging or difficult it may be to prepare your own 1040 tax return. But in reality, only you can decide how difficult that may be. And this presentation is talking to the man or woman who's always been interested in preparing their own individual income taxes, but never really took the time to look into it, to find out what steps to take, or to actually reach out to someone who could point them in the right direction on what course they can go through to learn how to do that for themselves. And so the most simplest way to get started and affordable way, if you're interested in doing that, if you don't want to go through someone online, is to get in your local area, go through one of the nationally known franchise firms like Jackson Hewitt, H&R Block, Liberty. They normally advertise an income tax course throughout the year where the tuition is free. Only thing they charge you for is the material. And so that's the way you can get started, and you can find out if this is the way you want to go when it comes to always learning how to prepare your own individual income taxes. Now, if I had to choose a place to go to out of the three I just mentioned, I will stick with H&R Block, because out of the three names I mentioned, H&R Block is the only one to me that has standards and success and not been tarnished through scandal of any kind that I've heard of, as far as news wise. We already know about Jackson Hewitt. We already Liberty was never on the map. So if you're the person that's interested in learning how to prepare your 1040, I'm giving 10 people the opportunity to jump on a one-on-one Zoom call with me where I share my screen with you and walk you through how to prepare your individual 1040 tax return, so you can decide for yourself, is this a hard process or easy one that you can stick to and do year after year. So if you're interested in that challenge, you're interested in that opportunity, simply go to my YouTube channel, which is The World of Tax Preparation. And if you're already subscribed, then you already know me. If you're new to this and you're watching this, or you can simply go to YouTube and type my name in, Thomas Ledford, Ledford, and you can find my YouTube channel that way as well, which is The World of Tax Preparation. Subscribe, leave me a comment saying I'm interested in the one-on-one Zoom call on how to prepare my own 1040 tax return, and leave me your email address so I can email you back further instructions on how we make that happen going into next week. So what I'm going to show you right now, which you get right now, is tax return information. 1040 is the information that goes to all tax returns. No matter what you're filling out, the 1040 is going to always be included. That's the main form. All the forms behind it are supporting forms and schedules based on your individual situation. And so in this here presentation, this is a single parent with two kids with childcare, and the extra forms that's included was created because I use a software where if you get professional credentials, you have to fill out additional forms. But for you, you won't have that situation because you'll be preparing your own tax return on free software where the forms you have to fill out will only apply to you. So the additional forms that you don't have to fill out when you go to a tax preparation firm won't apply, because when you preparing your own tax return, it's a different situation based on that versus going somewhere and get them done professionally. And when it's all said and done, when it comes to going to free sites and preparing your own tax return, the federal is always free. The state, they normally charge you a flat rate for. And so I have a couple of sites that I use that I train you on how to prepare your federal tax return for free. And it comes with video training that you can use at your own leisure when it comes to that. And it's going to be all about your tax return situation. So the videos that you'll get will show you how we fill out the forms that apply to you and only you. And you just have to review those forms, take notes, do whatever you got to do to learn it. And what you get along with this opportunity is 3 years worth of support, where for the next 3 years, I'll be there to make sure you got all your income and expenses situated and gathered. Any other forms and situations that need to go on the tax return, I'll ask you about, to make sure you have an accurately and professionally prepared tax return that was done by you. And so that's the opportunity I'm giving people, and it's a flat rate for that. And this is different from our coaching program for people who look to start their own tax preparation firm, because this here training is laser targeted to your situation only. And so the simpler your situation is, the easier it is to prepare a tax return. Now, we do have people who feel confident in themselves to do their own taxes. And for the most part, a lot of them do okay because they real simple. It's hard to really make a mistake unless you don't prepare the forms correctly, and that can happen. Where we have a false positive, where we have people who get a refund, but they don't get the full refund because they didn't fill out the tax return correctly, and that's what we call a false positive. And so when it comes to filling out the forms, if you do not fill them out correctly, you may result in a refund amount, but not the total refund that you had coming. And a lot of times you don't catch those because you're inexperienced. You don't have the training to know that. And so you miss out. And so I'm going to give you a story of what happened to one of the people that worked for me who had a sister who went somewhere else and got her taxes done. She got a refund from that. But when we looked at the tax return, we noticed off top it was short by $2,000. And so that's a false positive situation where she got a refund amount, but she was short about 2,000 because whoever she went to didn't fill out the forms correctly, which caused the software not to generate the complete and accurate tax return amount. And so you don't want to do that to yourself uh, by not filling out the forms correctly because you don't understand what it's asking you. And so that's why it's important to have someone who has the knowledge, the skills, the training, the insight, who can be there for you to get you started, to help you build a foundation where you can prepare your own taxes for yourself year after year after year and save yourself some money going forward. Because I know some people who have simple tax returns where generally, if they're already a client, with software, it's 10 minutes, I'm done. And these clients walk away with a nice size refund. So my money is deducted out of their refunds. But for clients who don't qualify for a refund at all, or a refund that's not big enough to take care of my fee out of it, then they have to pay out of pocket. And so if you fall into either one of those categories, it really don't matter. The bottom line is, if you're interested in learning how to prepare your own taxes and you want to save yourself some money and time year after year, then take advantage of the situation. I will be promoting this the remaining of the year, but the problem will be once I get close to fourth quarter and tax season, I won't have the time to help you with learning how to prepare your individual income taxes because I will be shutting that down during tax season. So from January through May, I will not be helping those particular clients learn how to do their tax returns. So that's why it's important to get with me now, get the foundation set, get my support during tax season where we communicating. I gather all your documents. I make sure everything is accurately and professionally put together, and I review the return to make sure you filled out the forms correctly, which hopefully you should, especially since if you're a client of mine, you have recorded videos using the software that you're going to be using anyway to prepare your own individual tax return. Now, when it comes to the state tax return, based on what state you're in, like I'm in Illinois, so we have Illinois tax return requirements. The software you're going to use will prepare the state return as well. And based on how much data you have to fill out, you might just want to pay the $14.99 and have it prepared and e-filed right from the software versus trying to come over to the Illinois tax return website and get them done that way. It's not really worth doing that to save $14.99. It really not, especially when you realize it's not easy to go to the website and prepare the tax return in the first place because you don't want to put all this data back in because there's more data you have to put in using their website versus the software. So if you're interested and you want to learn how to prepare your own individual income taxes and you're tired of paying $500, $600, $700, $800 every year to a company or individual, this is the opportunity to reach out to me. I gave you instructions on how to make that happen. You can even call me at 773-782-1320. You can email me. I always leave all my contact information and all my videos, giving you permission to reach out to me so we can talk and chat to see if we're a good fit for working with one another. Because see, there's so much noise online. There's so many people claiming to do the same thing that I do, that you got to really do your due diligence. And to get an opportunity to do that is how I make it work, because I let us get together on a phone call. Then we follow that back up with a Zoom call. We get a face-to-face reaction from one another by seeing each other on camera live and getting a better feel for one another. And you get to decide from that, on top of my YouTube channel, if I'm the right fit for you as far as working with on helping you how to prepare your 1040 tax return. So this here 1040 is the main one. This is the main form going forward. This is page 2 of the 1040. This here is one of the schedules, which is additional credits and payments. This is the 2441 form. That's for people who got child care expenses. Another word, babysitting expenses. This is the person who has kids. They get the earned income tax credit. So this is the Schedule EIC form we fill out. And this is here, 8812, which is child care. This is the credit for qualifying children and other dependent credit. And those basically are the forms you will need if you're learning how to do your own tax return. All these other additional forms, like I said, they had generated because we had used professional software, which creates more forms than you would get in non-professional software. So if you're interested in this opportunity, take advantage of it now, because this here special opportunity will end July 31st. After July 31st, I'll still be doing live video presentations, but I won't be doing many opportunities to get on a one-on-one live call using Zoom to share my screen to show you how simple it can be. And if I do, it's strictly for the people that's ready to take action, who want to learn how to prepare their own individual income taxes. And the way you can know if this is a good fit for you or not is you can follow me on my YouTube channel. You can check out the different videos I have. You can interact with me through either a phone call or email, where I can send you some information where you can check out at your own leisure to see if this is a good fit for you. I can send you over actual tax documents and training material to your email, so you can check out to see if there's something you can learn, or if there's something you even want to learn when it comes to preparing your individual 1040 tax return. And if it's something you was always interested in, the only way to know if it's a good fit, you have to take action. If you never take action, you'll never know, and you'll always wonder if I would have, should have, could have learned how to prepare my own 1040 tax return. And even though that's nothing drastic to lose sleep about, the point is it's personal to you, and you want to be able to take action on that. And the way you do that is to take advantage of this awesome opportunity that I'm giving you to get on a one-on-one Zoom call with me, so I can walk you through your individual situation and show you what forms apply to you and how to fill them out. And from there, you can make an informed decision if this is something you want to be a part of for the next 3 years, when it comes to having someone on your team that's going to make sure you build a foundation on learning how to prepare your own individual 1040 tax return for yourself going forward. And so if you subscribe to my channel, I keep you updated on all the different changes that's happening for individuals and self-employed business owners through my channel, and through being on my email list, where I can email you out different resources and different tools and different educational information that you may be interested in learning. And so that's the power of being part of my crew or part of my audience, is that the information that I give you access to is designed to help you get better as a person, as a business owner, and just in general. And so thank you for being here, and I'll see you in my next video.